in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to something. Flow so deep, the truth.
Motherfucker.
He say he in the truth.
Oh yeah?
Bro, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. Don't rank me no head, not even inspired to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm U.P.K, tell them absolutely. And I ain't shooting my ways for nothing, gotta execute me. Cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she's so beautiful. But they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about the shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the 10 level seats. See, without wisdom, this world make me weak. I found out that the truth was the lies I sweep. Tried everything. I guess me and Johanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak, and teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man. They better bring me bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time. This block match my handpiece, and I ain't trying to take them out, but I will defend this house or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. She call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. I.S.U.P.K, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want this young lady to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me. Be some loyal to the king. Bring the house. Let new bitch say loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want this young lady to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me. Be some loyal to the king. Bring the house. Let new bitch say loyal to the king.
This off the focus shot. Get my vibe right.
Any man giving his life for your house.
I ain't need all that now. It's like the whole pack.
That U.P.K banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary.
We got this, where you got these from?
Oh, that's some bullshit right there.
I told my brother, one
this will be my kingdom with an outlet. You can even get with it or get flipped like an outlet.
Academy anthem. What? I thought that was better too. It don't work better. So you burnt your finger off, man. I'm over there trying to hold the gear doing that real quick. You know what it is? We need the quick light. We need bone in them. That is done. That is done. We need it like All right. Truth is in here strong tonight, man. What's going on, yo? Isupk, Knock, a lot. Whole gang in here, man. Daria, Alberta. You got real stuff. Daria, you got one I don't know about, man. That's not you.
Everybody got fans, but
all right, those blessings. Peace and blessings, man. All right, I see you. Super Lot, Courtney, always in the building, very strong. We're gonna give us 1 second, man. We got a little late start today. We're gonna get it in, man. Law class tonight. We're gonna go real soon. Yeah, man. Shalom, Israel. I'm right. We are the I.S.U.P.K, man. We started out at 1 West, 125th Street up in Harlem, New York, back in 1969. We've been doing this strong, man, in the I.S.U.P.K, man, teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians the truth about the Bible. The truth being that the laws are not done away with, that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian are the true 12 tribes of Israel, that the Ashkenazi and the Sephardic and all of them other Jewish people are imposters and fakes, and that our people need to come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, the power of all the earth, so that we can get up out of the conditions that we're in. So today is the law class. I'm holding it down here in West Palm Beach, our headquarters for Florida. Right now, we at 1628 Avenue E in Riviera Beach. You can get down, look us up. You can look up I.S.U.P.K Florida on Google, and it'll give you the address, where we at, and what have you. You understand? So I'm taking any questions having to do with the law, why the law ain't done away with, all of that. If you have any questions, make sure if you're online, you type them in clear and detailed so that I understand your question. So make sure I answer it right. And other than that, we're gonna get into some scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying, on the law. Today we'll start off, I'll start off with any questions. If y'all got questions in the room, I'll take those. If anybody got questions online, like I say, type them in, details so I understand it, and we'll get it in. All right. As far as what we learn in here, man, the law, everything about the law, it hinges on one spirit and one vibe, and that's the spirit of brotherhood, right? So every law that the Most High gave us is basically teaching you how to deal with your people, how to deal with your mother and your father, your brothers and sisters, your sons, daughters, wives, husbands. You understand? Like, that's the whole spirit of the law. The Lord gave us these laws, gave us these protocols and these statutes so that we would be a strong nation, man. And because we didn't keep these laws, our people are destroyed, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are destroyed all over the globe, man, because we gave up our God. We gave up our laws. We gave up our heritage and our name and our women and our sons. We gave up everything, man, like any whore, you understand, for $1. We gave it up for the smallest of things, man. And it's time that we come back to the Most High, man, and give everything to serve him, all right? So, if nobody, y'all got questions in here? No questions. All right, so like I said, the whole spirit of the law is brotherhood. So we're gonna get into this brotherhood, basically, man. These laws on brotherhood, right? How we're supposed to deal with each other, how we're supposed to deal with, different relationships that you have in this place, man. How you supposed to deal with your boss at work? How you supposed to deal with whoever you could imagine? You understand? Police, whatever. It's time out for our people getting shot in the streets, man, for being an idiot. You understand? Like, there's no excuse. There's no excuse for these devils to shoot us in the street. But listen, you're giving them every opportunity, man, to invoke some bullcrap law and stand on it and say they in fear for their life.
when they shouldn't be in fear for their life. You're the most loving people on the face of the planet. You just don't know how to love each other. You don't know how to love your kids, man, or how to love your wife, or how to love your husband. And because of it, we are not a nation, man. We are people that needs unity. We're people that needs, coming together, man. And it's sad as it can be. So we will definitely go into some of this this brotherhood today. Start me off with Psalms 133. All right. Psalms 133, we start at 1. These are the things that brothers and sisters need. You understand? This is the thing. This should be the basis of everything and how you live your life, man, going forward. If you knew coming into the truth, this is how you should start living your life. You understand? Like, our people are destroyed because we had no knowledge of what, who we are, first of all, what it is we're supposed to be doing, what real love is. You understand? What laws we should be following. So we're going to start it off here with the basics. Go ahead and get to me, y'all.
The book of Psalms, chapter 133, verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Wait a minute, read it one more time.
Come. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Listen, man, the Christian church will teach you that everybody's your brother, that we're all brothers and sisters in this grand scheme of things. You understand? This is talking about love everybody, love the world, give everybody all your heart, soul. I don't care if they're a rapist or a murderer or somebody who, would steal from you or who would sell you drugs or who would, Listen, this is talking about brothers and sisters that are in the truth, which is what this whole Bible is talking about. It's talking about you. It's talking about trying to help brothers and sisters that's not in the truth. But how beautiful it is when you are in the truth, meaning you know who you are. You know what God you serve and what he expects, what he doesn't expect, and how beautiful it is and how pleasant it is for us to dwell together in unity, man. Meaning what? What is that unity talking about?
Talking about we're one.
What does that mean? I mean, like I said, the earth, the Christian church will teach you that yes, we all bleed red. We're one race. We're the human race. Should we all be one world order? Should we all? What is one?
It's saying that the Israelites, who are blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, should have one mind, one accord.
You close. You for sure close. That's not how I would explain it to a Christian. If I said that to a Christian, they would run for a month of Sundays with that. You understand? Like being in one mind and one whatever. What the hell does that mean? I don't know what the hell that means. Well, here's what it means: being a unit, right? Being one. But how are we one? Should we support black business? Should we all just buy black? Just go buy all the whore clothes that black women sell? Should we go buy all the drugs that every nigga sells on the corner? You understand? What should we be one on? Should we support this? Should we support that? What is it that we support? And that unity has to do with the law, statutes, and commandments. That's us dwelling together in unity, up under the Most High. Like in I.S.U.P.K, we talk about it all the time, rank and order, right? It starts from the top, from the Most High, down to Yahweh, down to the men that the Lord chose on this earth to execute his judgments and all of that. You understand? So, like, our unity has to do with us being under one government. That's another way to think of it. You understand? Under one body of law, right? So it starts with the Most High. How beautiful it is for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's why we say the I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. This is where the law comes from. It is not every, Negro on the corner hollering and screaming in a microphone, you know what I'm saying, about, the white man is the devil or this or that, the third. They are not one. We are not unified with them. You understand? We're not affiliated in any way, shape, or form with any of these people. You understand why? Because they are not under this one body. They are not under this one unit. You understand? And this one unit has to do with absolutely 100% wholeheartedly serving the Most High. You understand? Keeping His laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Treating every brother and every sister the way the Lord said to do it. You understand? So that's what this unity is, man. How beautiful and how pleasant it is for brethren, meaning blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, otherwise known as the children of Israel, to dwell together in unity. Like just having a hood or having a barrio or a reservation ain't good enough, because we're not unified. Niggas is gonna be stealing from the next one. You're gonna be, raping somebody's daughter or somebody's wife. You're gonna be selling drugs to your mama or your auntie or my mama or my auntie or my uncle. You understand? That's not unity, man. You about yourself. You are separated from everything else, right? So for us to dwell together in unity has to do with us coming together up under the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and us following it that way. And that's what you learn, and that's what you see in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? We are here showing brothers and sisters what unity looks like, what brotherhood and what sisterhood really looks like. It's not, what they mean, school we. Yes, you ever heard that? That's one of them sororities.
Oh, yeah.
They sisters. It's a sisterhood. You understand? Niggas got canes and all that brotherhood. You niggas wear a red rag or a blue rag or this or that and the third, and to them that's brotherhood. But what you've been seeing for forever, your gang don't mean a goddamn thing, man. F your gang, man. F your church. F your fake Israelite group. Forget your sorority and your fraternity. Forget your, whatever club you in, whatever cult you in. You understand? It's about these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, man. It's about the brotherhood that comes from the laws of the Most High. That's it. You understand? So how beautiful and how pleasant it is for brothers to dwell together in unity. Keep going.
It is like the precious ointment upon the head that ran down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to his skirts of his garment.
Right, and it's just like something that you love so much. I don't know. We've got different things now. Niggas that don't get anointed like that anymore, except for the I.S.U.P.K. But if you're an officer or a trooper or a sister in here, well, not a sister because you ain't got no beard, but if you're an officer or a trooper in here and you've ever had that oil poured on your head, right? It always reminds me of, like getting your scalp grease or something like that. Like it just feels so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, my head was parched. You know what I'm saying? Like I needed that. I needed that oil like I need that brotherhood. You understand? Like how beautiful and how pleasant it is for brothers to be able to dwell together, to be able to come together, have drinks, have food, have a good time, and no fights break out. You understand? How wonderful it is that if I do have a disagreement with my brother or have a disagreement with my sister, I'm able to go to them and them alone and let them know what my grievance is. And if they don't see it the same way, no problem, brother. It's not no animosity. We ain't finna fight. We're gonna go and we're gonna accept whatever the counsel is from the men that are over us, man, because we're one. We're under a unit. We're under the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High and how He said to do it, and that's good enough for me. You understand? It's something that my people need. It's something that my spirit needs. You understand? I need it like I need a greasing on my scalp once a week. You understand? I needs that, and it's wonderful. You understand? Even down into my beard. You ever had a beard massage? It's wonderful. You understand? Like it is just wonderful. Get some good grease up in there, man. And boy, tell you, man, that's what it's talking about. It's just like something that you love so much. For sisters, I would like equate it to like a pedicure or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You know how them chicks get up in there and they massage all up in your calves and come. That's it. It's a wonderful thing. You tell your woman, look, I'm going to take you to go get your feet done. Boy, she will lose her mind. It's a wonderful thing. It's like brotherhood. You understand? It's like sisterhood. And that's what, these laws were given to us for. They were given to us so that we could dwell together in unity, and it'd be a beautiful and pleasant thing, man. It wouldn't be like the hood. It would be a whole kingdom. It'll be a whole nation, which is what we're working for and working towards in the I.S.U.P.K, right? Up under the Most High, up under Yahweh our King, and up under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. So, go ahead. Is there any more on that?
There's one more verse. As the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountain of Zion. For there the Most High commanded the blessing, even life forevermore.
So listen, man, this brotherhood is, is the spirit of the law. That's why we keep the laws. That's why we do. I don't care how you feel about a situation, man. If you feel some type of way, if I said something and you felt some type of way, you should come to me, man. You ain't got to just take it. You ain't just got to eat it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not precious and that's not beautiful. It's not comfortable. You should be comfortable. You should feel comfortable around your brothers and around your sisters, around your mother and your father, around your husband and around your wife. You should feel comfortable, man. You understand? You should be able to go to them as a brother or as a sister and be like, yo, this is how I feel about the situation. If I'm wrong, I'll be wrong, man. We'll go through the proper channels, but this brotherhood is very important. The Lord set these laws up. He didn't set the laws up for you to like every goddamn thing. He didn't. You understand? He didn't set it up for you to be comfortable. But what he did set it up for is for you to understand and for you to be right. You understand? So if you're not comfortable, I would rather be right than to be comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's basically what it is. Like, you should want to be right. You serve the Lord, you should rather be right than to be comfortable. Now, if I'm not comfortable, maybe I'm wrong, but I could be right that I'm not comfortable. You could have did me wrong, and you should want to be right. You should want to hear and know what it is that you did wrong so that you can make me your brother comfortable. You understand? If it's with the Lord, you understand? So that's that. We can drop that one. Let's go from there. Give me Matthew chapter 6. All right. Matter of fact, Salaki, before we go to 6, give me what we were just talking about. It's in 18, I guess. You know what I'm saying, about you having an art, right? Like, this is another big thing. This forgiveness, and this is a huge thing. Like I said, you should rather be right than to be comfortable or to have things. You know what I mean? Like my job, my career, when I came into the truth, I had to give it up. I'd rather be right than to be comfortable. Like, this is how I make my living. This is what I told the gym. This is how I make my living. He was like, nah, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it ended up being what it is right now. I don't work that job no more. This is my job. This is my profession. This is what I do all day, every day, because I'd rather be right than to be comfortable. I'd rather, you understand? Like, that's what we all should be about. If you truly love the Most High, if you truly love your brothers and sisters, then that's what you would do. All right. So let's get this, because this forgiveness thing, this understanding thing is a big part, and it's something that brothers, even though we know it, we struggle with. So go ahead, 18 and 18, 18 and 15.
Start with this. Chapter 18, verse 21.
Okay.
The book of Matthew, chapter 18, verse 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Till 7 times?
This is Peter asking Christ. Like, Christ is teaching what we teach in the I.S.U.P.K. That's where we got it from, right? Christ is teaching the disciples how to love each other the right way, not the way that you think that you should love somebody, right? Like, to us in the world, it's like, oh, they did me wrong. Oh, he stepped on my shoe, I'm gonna kill him. Oh, she did this, she did that. Oh, she talking to my man, I'm gonna kill her. You understand? End of the day, the Lord said there's a way for us to deal with each other, man. You know what I'm saying? There's only one judge that determines what's right and what's wrong. You don't get to be the judge. You don't get to be your own God. What the Lord says is how it goes down, right? So if a brother goes against you, if a brother trespasses against you or sins against you, if he hurts you, if he talks about you, if he actually, does something wrong against you, he's telling the disciples like, yo, you gotta forgive him. You have to forgive him.
So that's in 15.
That's what I thought. You said 21?
Oh, so I said.
You just always want to fight me, Shaq. That's all.
No.
It's okay. I said it. I tried to tell you. You want to read 21? See, because you're my brother, I just let it ride. You know what I'm saying? That's how much I love you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you go ahead and ride. I'm gonna take your word for it. You know what I'm saying? But yes, right. So we in Matthew chapter 18 and verse 15. Okay. So Christ is telling the disciples, right? Like, yo, you have to forgive your brother. I don't care what it is he did. I don't care what it is she did. You have to forgive them. And what we can go into that later on what that means. I just want to get this first. But you have to forgive them, and we'll get into that. But go ahead from there.
Yes, sir. Slide. The book of Matthew, chapter 18, and verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
This is the law, Black people, Hispanic people, Native Indian people. This is the law. However you've been doing it before, you are pissing the Lord off if you wasn't doing it like this. Read it one more time.
Come upon, sir. Matthew chapter 18, verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee.
If thy brother goes against you, if he crosses you, that's the kind of like with trespass, you know what I'm saying? That's another way to say trespass. If a brother crosses you, a sister crosses you, she try you. You understand? If they trespass against you, then what?
Go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
So I'm sure a lot of you have been in the school for a little minute, and I know you think you know the whole Bible. You know what I mean? But listen, we are going to go over this a million times, because no matter how many times I tell brothers and sisters, you would be surprised how many times I have to deal with this and how many times the men over me have to deal with this because of how we were raised, how we were brought up in this place. This place is wicked and evil, man. Like meaning, like they make you feel like, you know, you're above loving a nigga, or loving, you know, savage, or giving them, you know, the benefit of the doubt, or forgiving them. Like you have done everything right in your life, right? You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is saying that if they do cross you, if they do try you, then no problem. Go and tell them how you feel about the situation. Meaning like this, and I hate to use the word feel, but that's just the world coming out of me, right? Like go and tell them how you see the situation, what you think about the situation, right? Like it might be something as simple as I was coming in the door behind you and you didn't hold the door open for me. I felt like that. I keep saying it. I thought that was wrong. You know what I'm saying? How I saw that was disrespectful. I was like, dang, like you just gonna let the door close on my face? You know what I mean? You saw my child coming in behind you. I feel like you did that on purpose to me. You know what I'm saying? Well, the Lord is saying, if you feel like they trespassed against you, you have to. It's not, you don't get to make a choice. You don't get to say like, you know what, I'm just gonna let it slide this time. You can't. That is not the laws of the Most High. That is not brotherly or sisterly. You understand? That's how niggas get shot. That's how, you know, stuff gets built up in you and you snap. You understand? As soon as they do it, you go and you tell them their fault between him and you, or her and you alone, meaning nobody else can be there. Stop, excuse me, can I talk to you for 1 second? Real quick, it won't take that long. I just wanted to holler at you. That's it. You have to find a way to say it to them before anybody else hears it. Nobody else can hear it at the same time. Not your kids, not nobody. Pull them to the side. Now, if you got a baby that can't understand whatever you're saying, that's fine. I understand. But you have to go to him or her alone. It has to be between you two. And tell them what you see as them doing wrong, what you think they did wrong to you. Right? Now, here's the kicker. Keep going.
Come on, sir. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
That's the kicker. If he hear you, meaning if he agrees with you. If he's like, yo, like, okay, like certain people, you let the door just close on my kid. You just let the door close on me. You saw I was carrying in this big plate of food for the sisters and brothers in here. You ain't hold the door for me? Like, did I do something to you? I feel like that was wrong. Like you tried me, like, you know. And the brother or sister might not hear you. They might not agree with you. That's not what I did. How dare you say that about me? I'm the most brotherly brother there is on the face of the earth. I am the most sisterly sister you'll ever find. Why would I ever do that to you? I would never do that. I didn't do that. You lying on me. That's not what I did. If they hear you, meaning the other side of what I just said, you know what? You're right. I was tired. I had a bad day at work. My kids is giving me hell the whole ride here. I didn't even look back to now. It wasn't on purpose, but I definitely wasn't trying. It wasn't nothing. Man, my bad. I wish I would have seen you. I didn't know. If they did that, then what?
Come. Thou hast gained thy brother.
That's them hearing you. If they agree with you, like, dang, I probably did do that, man. I was tripping at the time. Then you gain your brother because why? You went to them and you told them their fault between you and them, and they apologized for it. Like, man, Salaki, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. Sis, I'm so sorry. You know what I'm saying? Please forgive me. I wasn't even on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Or it was on my mind. Salaki, it was on my mind. You pissed me off last week when you went in the door and I was coming and you didn't do it, but your ass didn't say nothing. So now you want to get back because you fighting them demons you had in the world, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? You're right. I did do that. My bad. I shouldn't have did that. You know, I'm sorry. I apologize for it. You know, not that it's an excuse, but last week you did it to me, and it just felt good to me to watch that door slam in your goddamn face. It felt great. So you gained your brother. Then turn around and laugh. Like, you're right, goddamn. I did do that. I was mad at your ass too. Same thing, man. It's brotherhood, man. Like it's set up this way for a reason, man, so that we will be a strong nation, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will be a nation that cannot be destroyed. A nation that our kids will, you know, be born into the world with a silver spoon in their mouth. You understand? But because we couldn't do simple things like this, we're in the prisons, we're in the reservations, we're scattered, we're not together. You understand? You know what I mean? Like Chinks and white people and Arabs are in our neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, making it rough for us, you know? So at the end of the day, these laws were given to us so that we could be a family and a righteous and a strong family, a family that's what's the word? It's not unity. What do they say? Yeah, well, I guess that is what they say about putting back. What do they say? We have no unity. What do they say? We don't have
cohesiveness.
Okay, I think unity is better. I think that's too many syllables for it. Cohesiveness. Yeah, black people, we don't have unity. Like even the other tribes are better than Negroes in America. You know what I'm saying? The Haitians is better than Negroes in America. The Jamaicans are better than Negroes, just barely. Jamaicans are rough too. You understand? The Benjamins. But everybody else, they're a little bit better, but they don't realize that I'm your brother too. The Mexican don't realize that the Guatemalan is his brother too. He messed with the you know, the essays, but he don't mess with them, you know, whatever. So end of the day, our laws were given to us so that we could be a strong nation, so that all these 12 tribes could come back together and be able to stand and be able, you know, to go through, you know, the hell that we're going through, but do it together, man, and be stronger together. All right. Was there any more on what we're reading?
Matthew chapter 18, verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
Let me explain that real quick. You know what I'm saying? If you're new into the school, if you've been in the school for a while, you don't really understand this. This is the crux of this part, right? If he doesn't hear you, meaning he doesn't agree with you, this doesn't mean he doesn't hear you audibly. course he hears you. You're sitting there talking, you pulled him to the side, and you're sitting there talking to him. It's just you and him alone. Of course he hears you audibly. But this here is talking about agree. Like he's not with you. You understand? You know how we talk. You know, we talk like how the Lord talk. You know what I'm saying? Nigga say something to you. Yo, you know, Tom Brady is the best quarterback in the world. I hear you. Nigga, I agree then, right? Yes. I'm saying it wrong. I'm saying it like a nigga that's being skeptical. I hear you. You know what I'm saying? That type of hearing. Like I agree with you.
I hear that.
I hear that. That's exactly right. That's better. That's more than positive. You know what I'm saying? I hear that. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Like I agree with you on that. Right? But if he don't hear you, if he don't agree with you, if he like, no, Drew Brees, I don't even watch football anymore. It's the best quarterback. Y'all don't agree. Right? Y'all disagree. Well, in the truth, when it comes to right and wrong, when it comes to, my brother or sister being treated the way they're supposed to be treated, this is very important. And we can't disagree. If I went to a brother, I don't care if he's over me. If I go to Commander GEN.YAHANNA and I'll be like, I think you did me wrong on this. And Commander GEN.YAHANNA said anything besides, you're right, Shawar. You're absolutely right. Salakia, brother. If he did not apologize, if he said anything besides an apology, which Commander GEN.YAHANNA wouldn't do, but if he did, I have to take it a step further. I have to take 2 or 3 witnesses. I cannot accept because he's wiser than me, because he taught me. I cannot accept that. Hey, Shawar, you just don't know what you're talking about. See, you got to come to a couple more classes. You have to learn a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you don't understand what I did. I was taught by Commander GEN.YAHANNA not to accept that. If I feel some type of way and the person that I go to does not hear me, they don't agree with me, I don't care who it is. I have to go and now get somebody else to decide between me, because at the end of the day, me and Commander GEN.YAHANNA are brothers. You understand? At the end of the day, there's a discrepancy. There's a dispute between us. There's a rift. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something between us that I feel some type of way, even though I might be just a bitch ass nigga in my feeling. Could be that. Or he could be wrong. I don't know. Since he disagrees with me, since he doesn't agree, that means he doesn't think that he's wrong, but I do. So now I need somebody else, 2 or 3 witnesses to come in and establish the whole thing. Meaning, what is established? What is that last part you read? How did it go? That by the mouth of 2 or 3, what does that say?
So that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word may be established.
Do y'all know what that means?
Counsel, if I may. So that's saying, like, you go to counsel and you'll tell your side of the story, and 2 or 3 men will listen. Whoever you got to argue with, they'll tell their side of the story. 2 or 3 men will listen, and it'll come out like who's right or who's wrong. It'll be established who is, in the right or who is in the wrong or whatever.
Help them out.
If I may, it establishes letting both sides be heard. Like, saying, okay, he's saying this. That's establishing.
Right. That's boy. Right. Like, okay, what you're saying is the same thing, but okay, it's not so that we can establish who's right and who's wrong. And so that every word will be established, and so that everybody gets their whole thing out and we hear both sides. So that we can, that's what establishes. Establishes just so that, okay, we heard that. Right. Did you leave anything out? The brother is right there to defend himself, or the sister is right there to defend himself or herself. We got all that. Okay, we got all this. Is there anything you wanted to add? Is there anything you dispute about what they said? Okay, well, you got any witnesses to prove what you saying they said? No? Okay, well, that's just a misunderstanding. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take that, and it's established, right? That's a counsel, right? It's like a trial or a court, you know what I'm saying? Going to court, right? So if me and you can't get it solved between each other, meaning I come to you and you say sorry, that's how we solve it. It is no discussion between us. There is no, yo, I think you just ain't got it right. Salakia, brother. You know what I'm saying? Salakia, sis. I just don't think there's no discussion. The discussion is, Salakia, I think you did this wrong. This is how I feel I was wrong in the situation. If they do not agree, it's done. That conversation, it's the shortest conversation in all of it, niggerdom. You understand? There's no shorter conversation than an art with a brother or sister. You go to them, and that should be it. Yo, I think this is that, and the third, and that. Con, you right. Salakia. Or, no, I disagree with that. No problem. Listen, yeah, man, I just had to come to you. I'm gonna go ahead and set it up, all right? Then I'll get with you, all right? You know what I mean? That's it. We still brothers, because you disagree. I could be wrong. And like I said, I'd rather be right than to be comfortable. You understand? So no problem. I'll leave it at that for now until we get 2 or 3 witnesses to hear both sides, to hear what we got to say, and then we get the judgment, we get the counsel after that, right? So at the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word, meaning all parts, both sides of the story, get heard. Go ahead.
Come. That in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word may be established. Mm-hmm. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it to the church.
Right. Okay. So if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it to the church. This is what it was talking about when we read in Psalms, like how beautiful and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity, man. This is that unity, right? Like, okay, fine. It's just me and you. We're brothers. We're sisters. We're going to talk. We're going to talk about this, just me and you. Nobody else ever has to hear about it. But if we disagree, if I don't hear you or if you don't hear me, let's just get 2 or 3 other people. We ain't got to bring everybody in our business. We ain't putting it on social media. We ain't putting it on Facebook and Twitter and this and that and the third. We don't do that. It'll be between me and you. And if for whatever reason we don't agree, we'll get just 2 or 3 more. We don't have to have everybody. But if those 2 or 3 impartial judges or whatever hear it, and you don't want to hear them either, well, now we'll get everybody. Since you want everybody to know, you ain't got to go on social media. Because we're going to go to the brothers and the sisters that are in the truth that love Black, Hispanic. Is anybody else seeing what I'm seeing? I don't agree with what the generals said, man. I feel like I didn't do I.S.U.P.K wrong. The generals are saying I'm wrong. The SHALAM, what do you think? I want everybody to chime in. I might have some friends. They're just gonna say some dumb crap because they don't love Black, Hispanic, and Indian people. They just love me. You understand? I got some money or something. They love the fact that I got money, whatever. But at the end of the day, if we dwell together in unity, everybody's gonna say the same thing because we all should serve the Most High. We should all dwell together in unity up under the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And it doesn't matter who you ask. You understand? I've had people come to me and ask me something that somebody else has told them already. But they asking me like they haven't already been told. You know what I'm saying? I've had a sister come and ask me something that her husband already told her, and she think I'm gonna tell her something different. I tell you exactly the same thing. Oh, yeah, that's what he said. Of course that's what he said. Of course that's what he said. Should have listened to him in the first place. But you want to have the whole school, you want to have the whole church here? No problem. You want me in your business too? Right. I'm not gonna be your friend. You're a wonderful sister. Brother come to me and ask me some stuff that another general or a captain had told him. Yeah, that's what this. Nigga, why did you even ask? Why you ain't start off with that? I wouldn't even answer the question. But that's the whole thing. Us dwelling together in unity and in you know what I'm saying, in brotherhood is a beautiful thing, man. There's nothing more comforting and more satisfying than that. You understand? There's nothing more comforting than I tell somebody something and I turn around later in the class and hear General Muhammad or Captain Shah or Captain GEN.YAHANNA say the same thing that I said. They just had the same situation. Be like, God damn, boy, it's beautiful, man. You understand? So, like I said, if they neglect to hear the 2 or 3 that they wanted to bring, then we'll just bring everybody in, meaning the body of men, the church. You know what I'm saying? These officers and captains and generals are going to now hear the whole matter. You understand? That's what the church is talking about. Like, we're all going to hear it. Everybody who is in authority in the school, you understand? Every officer, every captain, and every general, now we're going to hear it. You understand? And, you know, if any one of us has something to say, you know what I'm saying? Listen, if you are in the same boat as that cat that didn't want to hear the 2 or 3, you would just jump over there on his side. At the end of the day, all y'all can leave the goddamn school. I don't care. You understand? But that's what the next part is talking about. Keep going.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them.
Nigga, because it ain't no vote. This ain't no democracy. You understand that? At the end of the day, Commander General Yohanna is over all of Israel, all of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? So at the end of the day, he's going to have to make the judgment call. He'll have to answer to Yahweh Shai and to the Most High. You understand? So he's going to make that call. But he would, you know, he's a brother just like you are. And if he missed something, he would hear you. Maybe the Lord was with you. You understand? Like, to tell him, like, this is, oh, damn, I forgot about that. The water. Imagine that. Dang. And you know what I'm saying? And that's what helped him make his final decision. But other than that, bro, forget about it. Keep going.
If he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man in a republican.
Not a republican.
Salakia, sir. Let him be unto thee as a heathen man in a publican.
Right. I just wanted to make sure, because I guess you could use Republican, because they for sure don't serve the Most High either. But that's what it's talking about, like a publican, you know what I'm saying, is just somebody who's just like a regular labor. Anybody that, you know, is not a part of this this government, is not a part of what it is, you know, the Most High wants, and this, that, and the third. They're opposite. They're outside of that, right? So a heathen, meaning a nation that's not Israel, or a publican, which is like a nigga who is a Republican. You know what I'm saying? Wearing a red MAGA hat. He's a publican. So, you know, I'll accept Republican, but that's not really the same. Have you ever looked up publican? Do y'all know what it is?
It's a tax collector.
Tax collector. Good night.
You avoid
That's the worst thing ever. That is the worst thing ever. I don't know.
Hate that nigga, boy. Let him be like the tax collector. Who likes him? Not me. Who likes white people? Who likes African people? Not me. Let him be like that. If you don't want to hear the brothers in the school, let him be like them. That's what it's saying, right? So, this brotherhood is what it's all about, man. Is you know, these are the laws of the Most High, so that we can stick together, so that we can be one unit. You understand? So we can have unity among Black people, Hispanic and Native Indian people. You know what I'm saying? Right now, because we don't have the law, statutes, and commandments, we have no unity. We have no real love amongst each other. You know what I mean? So let's drop that. Let me see. Hold up. Got a little something on here. Was I holding anything else after that?
You want to go to Matthew 9?
Okay, I think it was 6. Okay. 4. All right, so Matthew, 6. And let's get somewhere around 14. That's where I got on my notes, but it might be a little bit before that where you need to start. You just determine the priest. Yeah, 6 and around 14. Okay.
I'll start at verse 9. The book of Matthew chapter 6, verse 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
You want to read the whole thing, man?
I mean, just you said start at what, 14? I'm like,
Where did you start?
verse 9.
Okay.
Verse 14. For if ye forgive men that trespass, your heavenly Father will also forgive you.
Okay, so the brother read the Lord's Prayer. That's a good place to start. All right, so the Lord's Prayer, this is what they call it in the Christian church, right? It's the Lord's Prayer. It's what everybody learned to pray when we was growing up, you know. Because why? This is how our Lord, this is how Christ taught us how to pray. He said, this is how you should pray. If you're gonna pray to the Most High, this is how you should pray. This covers everything when you pray like this. You know what I'm saying? Pray this prayer, it's covering everything, right? So now he's giving an explanation why this prayer is so cold. You know what I'm saying? I wish he a real nigga. He's a real nigga. See, told you. Let me show you why. Read that last verse.
For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you.
Hold on. That's what he did. That's what he dropped the mic on him, y'all. He's like, because if you forgive the Lord will forgive you. See, told you. This the Lord's Prayer. Nigga. You pray like this. This is how I pray. So that's that. You know what I'm saying? If you forgive your who?
If you forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you.
Right. So this is what we just read in Matthew 18, right? Like, it doesn't matter how many times your brother sins against you. You forgive him. Why? Because I ain't nothing either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to do something that I didn't even mean to offend nobody. And they should forgive me for it if I'm sorry. That was the point I didn't get to. So like, you know what I'm saying? With that, like, forgiving a brother, there's a judgment. When you get counsel, like for instance, right? We go to counsel. If that brother was found to be wrong, there's going to be a judgment. Meaning he has to make it good. He has to make what he did to you. He was found wrong for doing it. So now he's got to make it good some way or another. It might be, yo, you got to go and work for this brother for a week. Yeah, you got to pay a fine. You got to do this and that and the third, whatever. You understand? Something that would make this cat whole again and make him feel like, you know what I'm saying, comfortable, I guess. Best way I could explain it, right? So at the end of the day, to be forgiven, there has to be some type of judgment, right? Like here's a better way. Here's a better way for me to explain it. For all of us that have been to court, right? Right? If you've ever been charged with a crime, with anything, right? You know they let you plead, right? Like they'll let you make a plea. Like you can plead not guilty or guilty, right? If you plead guilty to it, what happens? Anybody know? If y'all haven't been, don't worry about it. I understand.
Yeah, you get a punishment.
You get a punishment. What happens if you plead not guilty?
They gonna see if you guilty or not.
Okay, I see you've never had any charges. This is what you're missing. If you plead guilty to whatever it is, you wanted to help?
Nah, like if you plead guilty, they'll lighten the sentence. Okay, so you agree you was wrong. All right, so we'll just pay $50 to this brother.
That's it.
That's it.
That's what you're missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you plead guilty, if you know, because you're wrong, and you know you're wrong. So if you plead guilty, then they're more lenient with what it is. Now, if I go to you and me alone, and you know, I'd be like, yo, man, you right. I was wrong for that. I shouldn't have did that. Who's the judge?
You.
Who's you?
What? Okay, the person that's telling you you're wrong.
Yes, they would now be the judge. You need to use the mic.
Oh, sorry.
Right? The brother said that the person that you were telling is wrong, right? So if I go to I.S.U.P.K and I'm like, yo, or no, if I.S.U.P.K come to me and he's like, sure, you did me wrong for this way, did whatever, then I'm like, it's a lie. That was me, my fault. I should have did this, that, and the third. Now I.S.U.P.K is the judge. Basically, he and being my brother, you know what I'm saying? Not even a judge, and even a judge in the world is gonna be lenient on you. And this is my brother. And I'll be like, yo, man, my bad. You know what I'm saying? I had the worst day ever, man. My wife did this, that, and third. My kids did this. It was a sister. My husband did this, and this, that, and third. It just made me lose kind of track of where I was at, this and that, and the third. Man, that's a lot. I did not mean that, and I was wrong. I can't believe I did that. Did you know what I'm saying? Is there anything that I can do to, you know what I'm saying, rectify? You know what I mean? Do you need? Did I make you lose money? Did I wreck your car? Did I do this? Whatever the case may be, right? End of the day, you get to determine. I hit your car. I wasn't paying attention because my mind was on something else. I hit your car. Bro, just give me half on what it owe, you know what I'm saying, to get this thing fixed, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not putting the whole, yeah, I mean, I understand, brother, and, you know, the spirit of, you know, you don't say that, but this is how you think. Like, it's just, or you could be like, yeah, I need the whole goddamn thing running. Whatever, that's you. You're the judge. But these laws are set up for brotherhood like that. You understand? Like, it's set up so that now this brother, we're not going to no council. You said I was wrong, nigga, my fault. I know I was wrong. I know that for sure. You tell me all I gotta do is pay half, nigga, I'm paying all of it. I'm paying 3/4. So I'm doing this, that, and the third. My bad, bro. I just want to let you know that was not my intention. This and that, and the third. Whatever. You understand? That's me admitting that I'm guilty. I'm pleading guilty. If I say I'm not guilty, it's like, if I'm wrong, nigga, shoot me. They say, sue me.
Right, you get the worst punishment.
Yeah, give it to me. If I'm wrong, I promise I didn't do this. Niggas have gotten the death penalty.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Niggas have gotten the death penalty. And listen, here's the cold thing, because it happens to niggas and Hispanics and Native Indians mostly. They didn't do anything wrong and got the death penalty because they pleaded not guilty, because they didn't do nothing.
Right.
And they went to trial and were found guilty by a jury that wasn't their goddamn peers.
Right.
You understand? Well, we don't have that in the U.P.K. We go in with our brothers. You understand? And we take it to the whole church, everybody, if we need to. But at the end of the day, if I'm not guilty, I'm not guilty. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't do anything, I'm not going to say that I did something. You know what I'm saying? For, you know, because you and your feelings, because you're emotional and soft as you can be. Nigga, we'll go to council first. Like, I'm not gonna let you be soft because you're my brother and I love you. You're my sister and I love you. I want you to get stronger. I don't want you to stay the same entitled and whatever you thought it was before. Nigga, I wasn't wrong for that. Crazy. And then we're gonna go to council and then you'll be found out, like, you know, now you know. And if you like me, you want to be right. Then you'll be like, Salaki, I just felt some type of way. I gotta get my stuff together. Cool, no problem, brother. Listen, let's go have a drink. Drinks on me. Let's go to eat. Dinner on me. You understand? Because I love my brother and I love my sister. Well, that is the whole point of this, you know, like, you know, guilty, me saying up front, you know what, I'm wrong. Give me a chance to acknowledge that I was wrong. And if I don't, then we need somebody else to tell me I'm wrong. All right? So, Salaki, give me back where we was at.
We was at, right 14, I believe, right at the end. So you want me to
Just start at the top of 14.
Verse 14, verse 14, for if ye forgive men their trespasses.
Go one above it.
Verse 13, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil, for thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you.
Right. You forgive men now. You know what I'm saying? If you're lenient, if you are brotherly, if you are sisterly to other brothers and sisters, because guess what? If you're Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, we should all be dead. And the Lord forgave us, right? He did not give us the full punishment. He didn't give us the whole charge, the whole thing. You understand? If you forgive brothers and sisters, if you forgive men their trespasses, then the Lord will also forgive you. Keep going.
But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses.
Right. What does it say? With what meat you are met, something like that. I think it's like in the Old Testament. But basically, what you want, like in other words, that's how you want it. That's how you're going to be judged. Okay. So if you think you that, if you think you the stuff, then the Lord is going to treat you like that. There's something expected of you. You should have never did nothing wrong. You should never do this and this and that and the third. That's how it is. So if you can learn to be a brother and a sister to those around you, if you can learn to look at a sister and be like, yo, she's young, she's new coming into the truth. I'm not going to look down my nose at her. I'm not going to do this and then third. You can look at a brother and look at him like that. That's a young man, man. That's a trooper. That's an officer. You understand? I'm not going to look at him like that. I'm not going to do him like that. Let me give him a chance. I understand. I was just like that. You would for sure were probably worse. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't forgive men their trespasses, then the Lord ain't going to forgive you. Meaning you're going to have to deal with whatever comes your way. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to deal with that bullet. You're going to have to deal with that whore. You're going to have to deal with that wife beater. You're going to have to deal with that child molester and whatever else you got going. You understand? You have to deal with it because you are the type that has no mercy and no brotherhood and no love and no understanding of the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. That's what we are about. We're about following these laws so that the Lord will have mercy on us, so that the Lord will forgive us for what the hell we did. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I'm gonna start keeping these laws. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help another brother if they want it. I'm gonna help them keep these laws. I'm going to understand if they don't want to keep it right now. Listen, I'm going to still hit these streets. I'm going to still put out these videos. I'm going to still, you know what I'm saying, do this and that and the third so that a brother who was as stubborn as I am, you know what I'm saying, will be able to hear the truth one day. It's what, you know, the Most High did for us. It's what Yahawashi did for us. When nobody wanted to hear Yahawashi, he still went out on the streets and he taught. You understand? When everybody left the truth, when GEN.YAHANNA still held the whole damn thing down, raised up 2-3 brothers, and went and found a way to raise Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians out of the gutter. You understand? And so you can't turn on our people, man. This law is about brotherhood. It's about us keeping and holding that integrity that the Most High had, and that He, you know, that mercy that He gave to us. All right. So, are we done with this one?
You got it.
Oh, that was you. Okay. Bam. All right. What we doing? 8 o'clock. All right. Some shit still get a fine. I don't know what that is. All right. Let me get this while we in this little lull right here. The brother asks, is there a law on revenge or something that talks about revenge? Priest?
Yeah, I got it.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4:26. The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 26. Does everyone have it? It says, be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath, neither give place to the devil. Let him that stole steal no more.
Yeah, no, that's not. Read one more time. I don't think that has to do with revenge, though.
Okay. The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Okay, so because of the wrath. Okay, well, that's a good one. That's a while because of that. Like, okay, a revenge. I mean, revenge is usually like long, like prolonged and stuff, right? Like, yo, he did this to me yesterday. I'm gonna get him back today. Like I just said earlier, somebody who didn't hold the door for you. Now, 2 days later, a week later, next High Holy Day, you don't want to hold the door for them because you remember the stuff that happened 2 months ago, or 2 weeks ago, or 2 days ago. Well, here's the baseline for it. Let not the sun go down on your anger, which is more to the point of what we just brought out before, right? In that if your brother trespass against you, you got to go to him. Don't let the sun, don't be mad and you didn't go to him. You understand? Like, you should go and get this over with. It shouldn't be festering. Because again, that's how niggas get shot. That's how people snap and this and that and the third. This is why blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians kill each other more than white people kill you. You understand? Black women kill babies more than anybody. I don't know a nigga that killed another nigga more than a black woman kill black babies. You understand? So don't let the sun go down on your anger. More what this is. Revenge, a little bit, not as much. I want vengeance is mine. Give me Matthew chapter 5 also. So the shot, give me vengeance is mine. I give me Matthew 5 and verse 40 probably. It might be a little bit further down. All right. So here's the thing. The brother is asking, is there a thing about revenge? I always like some, some good juiciness after that. Right? You gotta give me, you know what I'm saying? Why are you asking that question? That's what I always ask. Like, what's the spirit behind that? Like, why are you asking about revenge? Are you planning on, revenging yourself or, one of your loved ones behind something that somebody did? Or why is it that you asking about revenge? Is there, the brother asked a straight up question. Is there, he's gonna put it on another brother. He's gonna do that right now. No, this one of my friends, somebody I know, he said that he's gonna put it on his woman or somebody. He's gonna put it on somebody else. Brother, what's happening? Like, why are we talking about revenge? Like, somebody thinking that that's okay. And then also, okay, I only got 2 of y'all. I'll get the other one.
Sorry, I already got vengeance in mind, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
From the gun, sir. The book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 19.
Give him a second to get there. Say it. Tell him Maria again.
The book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath.
Right. My beloved, meaning who? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is who Paul is talking to, right? He's saying, be careful. He's talking to brothers and sisters who are just coming into the truth, that live in wrong, right? And he's telling them, my beloved, my brothers and sisters, my kinsmen according to the flesh, y'all niggas, don't avenge yourself. You don't need to avenge yourself. There's been a ton of things that's going on, man. Meaning this, like, we understand it in the truth. There's a time and a place for everything. Like this, right now, we don't have any authority. We can't go, another scripture is, abhor not an Edomite. Or that's the same, it's the same spirit. It's the same thing. Right? Like you cannot go and just exact judgment until the time comes. So this is why Paul is saying to these brothers, because the time obviously is not now. Read it again from the top.
Romans chapter 12 and verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. Give place unto wrath.
So that's what I was explaining, right? Time and a place, right? Give place unto wrath. Avenge not yourself, but wait until the time. Wait till you get the damn order, man. You understand? Give place unto wrath. There's a time and a place for you to get all the wrath out you need. Matter of fact, what you owe?
Matthew.
You on the phone, ain't you?
I'm gonna go. I'm reading what he got on the phone. I got 200.
Okay, give me the other one, and you can get off the phone. Give me reward her. Revelations 11 and 8, or Revelations 8 and 11. One of them. Okay, one more time from the top.
Come on, sir. Romans chapter 12 and verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, said the Most High.
Vengeance is mine. You understand? We read this in the Sabbath service not too long ago, right? Like when Samuel, the people were asking Samuel to give them a king, right? And the Lord said to Samuel, what?
Come on, sir. He said, they're not going against you, they're going against me.
Say it again.
They're not going against you, they're going against me.
So whatever people do to you, they're not doing it to you. If you serve the Lord, guess what? They're not doing it to you. They're doing it to the Lord.
Right.
And vengeance is the Lord's.
Right.
You understand? There's a time for that. The Lord is going to repay. He's going to do it. What the hell are you going to do against nukes and tanks and grenades and M16s? What are you going to do? Nigga, go get all the bullets you want. Now he's going to do the repaying. They did it to him because they did it to you. Because you served the Most High, that means they did it unto him.
Right.
You understand? And that's why we come back and follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, so that the Lord will be on our side. So that the Lord will say, when things happen to you, Christ was murdered. He was murdered and didn't do nothing wrong. He served the Lord. Well, vengeance is going to be repaid to those who did that. You understand? But if you want to sell all the drugs and want to, have sex with every brother and twerk on every pole, and if you want to do that, that's coming from the Lord. Right. That's not. They're not doing anything wrong. The Lord wants that to happen. That's the vengeance of the Lord. It's happening. You understand? So vengeance is mine, said the Lord. I will repay. Any more?
Come on, sir. Vengeance is mine. I will repay, said the Lord. Therefore, if thine enemies hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
Anybody want to break that down? It's all right, no problem. No, I understand, because that's why I asked. I asked it for a reason. I was like, yo, if y'all get that, then that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Come. Therefore, if thy enemies hunger, feed him. So, like, this is saying, like, the brother that you had an art with, like if he wants to know the truth, you give it to him. he thirsts, give him drink.
Oh, I forgot it was more. Okay, keep going.
Come, it's the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? You want to give him the truth, the knowledge of the Most High. For in doing so, shall thou heap coals of fire on his head. So, like, that part right there, so I don't know that part.
You said we had some more to answer that? Please.
I'm gonna, 19. I just want to get there. Okay. Then beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Most High. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. So, like you know, also Shah was saying, it's talking about your brother. You know what I'm saying? If let's say if a brother have an art with you, or you have an art with him, and you know what I'm saying, like we read, you should go to him and him alone, get counsel for it, and whether he's right or you're right, you know what I'm saying, you should still love that brother. You know what I'm saying? You should still be willing to, you know, offer him some you know, something to eat, offer him, you know, something to drink if he's thirsty. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't let your brother die or starve or go thirsty because you have an art with him.
I gotta say that both of y'all is wrong, and you know I got a precept for it, right? What is it? Ecclesiasticus 12. Go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. Hold where you at. I stop really quickly. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. Because what y'all are saying, okay, it said, I don't know where you was at, but okay, you saying if that neighbor is hungry, then feed him, right?
Enemy.
Yeah, what else?
Neighbor.
Oh yeah, so if thy enemy is hungry, then feed him, right? Why? Because you'll heap coals upon his head, right? That's the whole general sense of the whole thing, right? Let's read Ecclesiasticus first, because y'all said that the enemy is supposed to be a brother, but I'm supposed to give him something. I got to make sure he don't starve and he this and that and the third. Give me Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. I don't know what verse. Hold back that bread. Give me that one.
Yeah, I mean.
Is it 12? Somebody, y'all know what I'm talking about?
12 and 10 says, never trust thine enemy.
I wonder about the bread.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Verse 5. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12.
Start at 1.
Verse 3. No, 1. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it.
Now, the Bible does not contradict itself. Hope you understand that, right? So when you do good, know to whom you're doing your good. This is where, that's why I asked if y'all know that'd be good. But when you do good, know to who you're doing your good. Keep going.
So shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits.
Right. Here's the thing. That's the main point on this. So shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. Right? Meaning this. If I'm gonna do good for somebody, like the Lord wants you, just like any father or any mother will want for their kids, right? I want you to do something that's gonna benefit you in the end. Go get this degree, go do this, go do that. If you do this, then this is gonna come back for you. Well, that's what the Lord is saying right here. Know to who you do your good. So shall thou be thanked for thy benefits. The things that you're doing, you're gonna get paid back for it. For the wonderful, nice, great things that you do, you'll get a payback for it. Keep going.
Okay. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense.
Do good to the godly man, and you'll find a recompense. You will get paid back, recompensated. Go ahead.
And if not from him, yet from the Most High.
Even if he don't pay you back, the Lord will pay you back. Go ahead.
There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil.
Now, if somebody is evil, meaning they go against the Most High, no good can come to them anyway. I don't care if I give them $5 to go get a snack or to go get some crack or whatever they're gonna spend their money on. No good is gonna come to them. I don't care if they're hungry. Their belly is touching their back, and I give them money to go and get some food. It doesn't matter. No good is gonna come to them. Do good to the godly, man. So shall thou be thanked. You'll be recompensed, if not from them, at least from the Most High. You understand? Go ahead.
Okay. Nor to him that giveth no alms. Give to the godly man and help not a sinner.
And do what?
Help not a sinner.
Give to the godly man and help not a sinner. So I'm not supposed to help a sinner. Why am I not supposed to help a sinner? You have to be in this class, you have to pay attention, you have to understand. Please tell me.
Because he's not gonna thank you. You're not gonna get a recompense for that.
So close. You like 99.8.5. Like, okay, you right. But what's the last, like, over the, you right. You right. Like, you're not gonna get a recompense. But why is it saying that?
Help not a sinner.
Right.
Because the Most High ain't gonna acknowledge. He's not gonna reward you.
You almost there though. You was there though. That's it. That's exactly it. It's just missing the part that I gave you. Come on.
I think the scriptures say if you I think the scriptures say if you reward somebody that's a sinner, that he'll give you a double portion of evil for doing good to them.
That's in this one right here. It doesn't say he will give you, but nah. What I said that you will get a recompense if you help a godly man. And this scripture, the last verse you just read it one more time.
Wait, hold on. Verse 3. I don't know. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil. To him that giveth no alms. Verse 4. Give to the godly man and help not a sinner.
Okay. So the one that I broke down before, I'll give it to you almost. Why does the Lord tell you to know who you do your good to? That's why I say you had to be in this class. I just explained it.
It's like if it's saying like you don't want to help a sinner, you want to help a man of the Most High, a man of the Lord that is keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
Okay, so the Most High is like our Father, right? Our Father just wants the best for us. So he tells you, don't help, you know what I'm saying? Like, know who you're doing your good for, right? If you know who you're doing your good for, you get a recompense. If you help the godly and you don't help the sinner, you're always going to get a recompense. If not from him, you're going to get it from the Most High, right? That's our dad. He only wants the best for his son. He only wants the best for his daughter. Well, don't get with that. Don't go around that hard. You think that's your best friend, and there's no problem. She's just down and out. Okay, whatever. I don't want you to, because you're gonna feel bad at the end of the day. Now, here's the thing. If a cracker was dying and drowning in the water, am I wrong for reaching out my hand and saving them? And if a cracker is dying of the hunger, and I got a pack of saltines in my pocket that I'm never gonna eat, right, am I wrong for giving it to him?
Wow.
Why?
Because it's amazing. Like, there's no sin in it.
There's no sin in it.
Right.
I'm not, okay, meaning, this is what it is. There's no sinning, right?
Right.
Christ helped that woman with her daughter. Like, it's not meat to give the children's bread unto the dogs. Yes, but even the dogs, nigga, you would help a dog.
Right.
You would help anybody. Right. Well, the scripture we were reading about heaping the coals on your enemy's head, that's what Paul was. Paul was talking about something else. Oh yeah, Ecclesiastes, Solomon is talking about one thing. He's saying it's not wise. As a father, I wouldn't do it. Help not, they said. Only help a godly man. Don't waste your time. You're never gonna get nothing back for that. Nothing good can come to them anyway. They're gonna die. They're gonna overdose. They are going to be dead in 2 seconds. What do you think you're doing? It's not meat to give the children's bread unto the dog. Help your brother, help your sister first. Brotherhood is a weapon. Help them first. But if niggas is good, I ain't got none of these saltines, I'm never gonna eat. I wouldn't dare give these saltines to one of you. They stale as they could be. Let me find this, not fine. The cracker just happened to walk up on me. I'm starving, this and that and the third. What this scripture in Ecclesiastes is saying is how to be wise, how to get something, to be benefited from what it is you're doing, right? Like, this is just being wise. It's like an entrepreneurial class. Like, nigga, you want to do this and do that. Don't waste your time with that. But it's not a sin. You know what I'm saying? I can hold the door for the African coming in behind me. You understand? I can do that. It's not wrong. And I'm not wrong for letting it slam in his goddamn face. I'm not wrong either way. No law against that. But what this is telling you, this is what's wise. Right? So when you go back, is there any more in Ecclesiastes I need to get?
All right. Verse 5. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly.
Do well to him that's lowly, meaning do good for the poor. If they ain't got nothing to eat, they hungry, yes. Give them something to eat. Read it one more time. Here's the kicker.
Okay. Do well unto him that is lowly.
Do well to him that's poor. Go.
But give not to the ungodly.
What does that mean?
People that don't keep the law, statutes, commandments, don't even.
I need the whole thing. Yeah, give it to me all together.
All right. So do well to him that is lowly, meaning yes, you should help them that don't have much, but they should be a brother who keeps the law, statutes, commandments.
Exactly. Do well to him that's lowly, but not the lowly ones that don't serve the Lord. Do well to the lowly ones that serve the Most High. Read it one more time.
Okay. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly.
That's the exception. Do well to him that's lowly, but not to the ones that are ungodly. Go ahead.
Okay. Hold back thy bread.
Keep it from them. Don't give them your money. Don't give them nothing to eat. Go ahead.
And give it not unto him.
Thank you.
Lest he overmaster thee thereby.
You might get jammed up. It's probably, you know what I mean? It's a good chance it might happen. I don't trust him. I don't trust him as far as I can spit. So because I don't trust him, I'm going to tell you it's wise not to do it. Only give it to a God. Then you know you're good. You know you're straight. But if you decide to go ahead and do it, you give them, they might get you a choice. They might have it. It's not a law that you can't give it to them, but you can expect. Like, a lot of people ask me questions like, yo, I did this for my mother or for my father and this, that, and the third. And then they turn around, man, what did you expect? The last part, twice as much for the good that you did, you're going to get evil. Because you wanted to do a good deed for your best friend or for your mama or for your daddy. They ain't in the truth. Hold back thy bread. That's just me. So I don't have to see you get hurt. So you don't have to call me because they did you dirty. I don't want to hear it, but I'm here, but I'm just saying. To keep me from having to hear that nonsense, like you were so, flabbergasted because your mama did you dirty. You're surprised? You're shocked? Well, you shouldn't be because of these wise words that Solomon gave us in Ecclesiastes. Now, jumping back to the other one where we was at.
Come. Book of Romans. Romans chapter 12 and verse 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Most High. Therefore, if thine enemies hunger, feed him.
Yeah, this is why I said what y'all was saying, Robert. Okay, if your enemies hunger, then feed him. Right? Brother said, give them the truth. That's a way of feeding somebody. You said if they're hungry, give them something to eat, right? Only if it's the brothers, this, that, and the third. Okay. If you weren't in the truth, you would be my enemy. Niggas that like tassels and purple, they're my enemies, right? But I teach them anyway. I go out on the street, they can come to the Passover. Everybody is commanded to come to the Passover under the Most High and I.S.U.P.K and commanded GEN.YAHANNA. Everybody's commanded to come. I'm going to feed them and make sure they eat. And they're my enemies. That's my brothers, right? Well, guess what? If I see a white man jammed up in the middle of the street and a Mack truck is gonna come, and I think I can get him before the Mack truck tear him up, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him with my U.P.K shirt and my shield and my braids and my beard and my boots. I'm gonna go get this nigga. You understand? And I'm gonna heap coals on his head. You are so wrong for being how y'all are to me. He's a nigga that he hate me. Before that Mack truck was about to hit him, he hated all niggas on the face of the planet. So me being a man of war and a soldier, I'm gonna make it even worse for him by helping him. I'm gonna go and help him. I'm going to heap clothes. I'm gonna, if you need something, take some of these nasty saltines. Now, this is what I'm saying. I don't do this very often. Like, I'm not giving somebody some bread, some money on the side of the road, or this or that, third. But at the end of the day, if you could look at it, they did you so wrong. They did you as wrong as you could possibly be done. And then you turn around and had mercy. It's what Yahawashi did. You understand? It's what Yahawashi did for us. Like, we were so wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's why we owe. You know what I mean? So that's what this is. This is another form. This is another side of the wisdom. One wisdom is just stay on top, be where you at. Don't let them take advantage of you. They already took advantage of you. You on the bottom. You are the weaker. You understand? And you still are like you are the mayor or the governor or the president or the king. Let me take care of you. Your people rule this whole damn earth. There you go. I'm gonna make sure my people is eating first. You know what I'm saying? This is not something that, this is just, like I said, when we're reading this is just something that's just like extra. It's like what Yahawashi did in that scripture we're talking about. It's like something extra. I would ignore the cracker. I would ignore that piss drinking African. I would ignore them. But if I had an opportunity, if I happen to be on the street with my U.P.K attire and my shield rocket is swinging all down the street, I'm going to use it as an opportunity to heap coals on their head. That's what I'm going to do. Now, other than that, I probably just let them stay in the middle of the street. You know what I'm saying? If I was just in a white tee, and, I had to get back to work on time, nigga, please. I'm not wasting my, I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna be late right now. I gotta go. That's different. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? If I get a chance to heap some coals, I'm gonna heap some coals in the middle of my slavery. That's all that's saying. Go ahead and finish up.
Sir. Romans chapter 12, verse 20. Therefore, if thy enemies hunger, feed him.
And listen, starts first with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, of course. But I'm saying that's what Christ was saying. That's what he was saying. Like, it's not meat to give the children's bread unto the dogs. Right. But even the dogs can eat too. Right. I'm not prohibiting it. It's not a sin for me to hold the dog with his cracker. It's a sin if that nigga is over there and you didn't hold it for him. You are wrong as hell. Right. If it's a brother over here that's hungry and you gonna give that bread to, you are wrong as hell. Keep going.
Come on, son. For if thy enemy's hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink.
To the Jew first.
Come.
Go ahead.
Come. For in doing thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
Right, he's gonna get more hell. It's gonna be worse for him. It's gonna be worse for Creflo Dollar if he don't want to hear the truth right now. He want to continue teaching my people that it's all right to break the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. It's gonna be worse. I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna teach anyway, and I'm gonna heap the coals because that nigga deserve it. You understand? My people are suffering because of him. My daughter, my son are suffering because of the likes of him. We can give him that. All right? Go ahead.
Come on, sir. Verse 21. But not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good.
Overcome evil with good. Right? So listen, these brothers are doing evil. Like I said, my people are destroyed because of their weak leaders. You understand? And listen, I'm going to go out here. I'm going to do my job the way the Lord told me to do it, period. I'll heap coals all over purple niggas and, red and white and all white and whatever else they got going on and all these philosophies. I will heap all the coals in the world. I'm going to tell them. Captain Cesario, he has a field day. He has a good old time with Polite and whoever, if Polite is an Israelite or whoever, Side Netta. He has a good time with them, teaching them, feeding them, giving them what it is they need, but they don't want it. And if you keep rejecting it, brother, you're just getting coals heaped on your head. You understand? You don't need to be over black people. You don't need to be, have authority over none of my brothers or none of my sisters. You understand? I'm about brotherhood and I love them and I care for them. And so guess what? I'm going to show you to be the filthy, disgusting bastard that you are all day, right? And show the UPK to be wonderful. What copy you got on here? Exodus 21 and 24, Matthew 5 and 38. Both of y'all give me them two. These are the last two.
What you gonna hold this?
I got you hold something. Give me what you hold. Start with Exodus, Nishad.
Exodus 21.
Mm-hmm. 21 and 24. Go ahead. Back this up.
Come. The book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plague.
Right. This is John the Revelator getting the revelation from the Most High, from the angels, man. And this angel is telling blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to separate themselves from the philosophies, the religions, the governments or whatever, the political, whatever, so that you don't get what the Lord has coming for them. The Lord has punishment. Vengeance is the Lord's, man, and he's going to repay these people, these places, these nations, these religions. And if you in the religion, if you in their army, if you in their philosophy, you are going to be partaking what they get. So the Lord is telling us, read it one more time.
Good. Come out of her, my people.
Come out of her who?
My people.
My people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Lord's people. You understand? The children of Israel. The Lord wants you to separate. He wants you to be segregated from all these other nations. Come out of her, my people. Keep going.
Come. That ye be not partakers of her sins.
Because I don't want you to go through what you're going to go through if you don't listen to me. That's why he told you not to give your bread to the ungodly. Because that means you with them. Keep going.
And that ye receive not of her plagues. Mm-hmm. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the power have remembered her iniquity. Reward her even as she rewarded you.
Right. The Lord remembered her iniquities. Now the Lord is telling you, here comes the time and the place for your wrath. Now you can get it off. Reward her even as she rewarded you. This is when you're going to get your chance, but it ain't now. Right now, you should be heaping coals on her head. Reward her even as she rewarded you. The things that she did to us, we're going to get the chance. We're going to get the time, and we're going to get the place, but the place is not now. The place now is for you to raise up Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, for you to change your life, to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, to get the Lord on your side so that he'll give you this authority that we're reading about right now. This is the authority that you should want, nigga. Read it again.
Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her work.
And that is like the most wonderful thing in the word, double. Not only pay her back, reward her as she rewarded you. That's recompense. That's paying her back. That's vengeance. But also on top of that, double unto her what she gave unto you. Double her. Give it whatever she gave you. You're free. You have the authority to give her double. Nigga, there's nothing more glorious on the face of the planet for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians than that. And it comes from God. You understand?
So like, sir, that's what it says in verse 5 in Ecclesiastes. We didn't get that far.
No sweat. Keep going.
In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her.
There's a time for the vengeance, brother. There's a time for you to be able to get this off. You want to be able to give her double, but it's not now, and you can't do it to your brother. Your brother you must forgive. Your brother you must forgive 70 times 7. You're going to have to go to him and him alone. But these other nations, when it comes time, you'll be able to reward them double. Right now, listen, even be merciful to them when you're on the bottom. When you are the one that's getting spit on and shit on and everything else, you're going to be able to turn and everyone look at you like, God damn, the same way they looked at Yahushua. That woman came to Yahushua, this white woman came to Yahushua and was like, man, I done been to all these white doctors. I done been to all the Roman doctors and Greek doctors I could find. And wasn't nobody like you. Salakia, what are you doing with the mic? There's nobody like Yahushua. That's who I'm going to. That's who I'm going to deal with. You understand? This woman understood who she was supposed to be under and who she was supposed to serve. And because of it, the Lord threw her a little scrap. You understand? That's it. No problem. As long as they understand, listen, my people is taken care of. All right, here, take a crumb, man. Get the hell out of my face. You understand? Keep going.
For she hath said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow.
Okay, you can stop right there. That's it, ain't it? All right. So you had something. You had a verse you wanted to get that I left out or something?
I was just saying. I read it. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 5. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby. For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him.
You said that was the same thing as reward her double?
It's not, but I was wanting to read that before we came here. So.
Okay, no sweat. Who got the Exodus out?
Come.
Let me get that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 21 and verse 24. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. And if a man smite the eye of his servant, or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eyes' sake. And if he smite out his maidservant tooth, or his maidservant tooth, he shall let him go free for his tooth's sake.
Okay, so all this is okay. I don't know, what verse was that you just read?
So that was the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 24 through 20.
Okay, no sweat. What?
Come.
So here's the point. Vengeance is something that we don't deal with, like as far as brothers and sisters, right? You know what I'm saying? I answered this way. You know what I'm saying? As far as brothers and sisters, we don't need to take vengeance on each other. Vengeance is something that we are doing, to these other nations because they did not follow the laws of the Lord. They didn't treat us the way they were supposed to treat us. Vengeance, as far as even the other nations, but especially our brothers and sisters, the Lord takes care of that. You understand? Like, listen, we got judges set in place. If we need to pay a fine, if we need to do this, but that's always merciful. Vengeance, you don't need to take vengeance, man. Vengeance comes from the Most High. You understand? And listen, you might be the vessel that he uses to carry out that vengeance. You know what I mean? Like, the reward her double, that's the Lord giving you the authority to go ahead and carry it on out. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, bro, you don't deserve nothing.
Right.
You understand? Worry about changing your life. Worry about coming back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Forget about vengeance. Forget about we don't deserve nothing, man, but death. And the Lord gave us mercy. He forgave us, man. So you forgive your brother. For sure, don't take no vengeance out of your brother or your sister. And that's that. All right. Is there any questions in the room?
So like you hold in Matthew chapter 5.
Real quick.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 38. Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you that ye resist not evil.
Right, there it is. That's what I just explained. So yeah, this is the scripture for it. You have heard that it has been said, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But you're not resisting evil. If you want to do that with your brother, you're not resisting the evil. Meaning this: the evil is that we don't have this love. We don't have this brotherhood that the Lord set up for us with these laws. These laws were set up so that I could have mercy on my brother. I could have mercy on my sister the same way the Most High had mercy on me, right? So if you want to carry out that eye for an eye because that's what it is, that's what it, then you don't understand the Most High, the God that you serve, right? You should be able to be like, yeah, I lost my eye. It was an accident. He didn't even mean to do it. You know what I'm saying? Forget that. I'll lose this eye for my brother. I'd rather be right than to be comfortable, man. I'm not going to be comfortable with taking this brother's eye out or this sister's eye out. You resist not evil. Keep going.
Come. But I say unto you that you resist not evil. But whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also.
Come on, man. That kill it. That whoever shall smite thee on your right cheek, forgive him. Give him the other one. He messed up. It was an accident. Right. My bad, bro. He apologized. It didn't seem like an accident. But all right, cool. Get this one too. That's me forgiving him. That's me having mercy on him the same way the Lord had mercy on me. I'm so sorry I was a whore. I'm so sorry I had sex with every whore I could find. I'm so sorry about selling these drugs. Nigga, no, you're not. You want to go back to selling drugs. Right. You hope you find out tomorrow that God don't exist so that you can make this little extra piece of change. Right. Well, here's the thing. If you truly serve the Most High and you want to find out, forgive your brother, love your brother, man. Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, and get our king back so that we can rule this earth the way we were supposed to, man. With that, I'm going to say shalom. How about you? How shall I